Welcome, welcome, welcome. Our first official YouTube stream with your host, Aaron Williams,
J
J
La
La
Soul.
Soul. This is 2Beats 1Drum. It's been a couple weeks, but we've been working, getting things together so we can start streaming on our YouTube channel. And here we are. We finally made it. I'm happy that we're at this point to where we can share our content with you guys, those that are listening. Those that don't listen, hopefully we get you on board with us, man. We're putting out some great content. We got 5 shows. This is our sixth, and steadily moving. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited for where things going. Jay, how
Yeah,
about
man.
you?
This is the first recording, live streaming. So I'm excited about that. Give to give y'all our views on sports from our perspective.
A fan's perspective,
Fans' perspective.
real
Not.
fans. As you can see here, I'm Ohio Stated out for the first inaugural YouTube stream. Ohio State shirt, Ohio State hat. I got the red and grays on. I got the Ohio State flag. We Ohio State up, but we're going to get some LSU content in here, or LSU memorabilia for my guy. By the way, congratulations on your LSU Tigers baseball team.
Yeah,
Man, you guys got two of them in this year. You got the Lady Tigers and the Men Tigers baseball team. I watched that game, and it looked rough for that second game against Florida, but they ended up putting the beat down back on Florida that third and final game.
Yeah, man. My Tigers been tough this year, man. Hopefully, football season coming
Oh man, hey look,
and
look, I've been saying it when they got is this Ryan Kelly? What's his name? Kelly, the coach from Notre Dame.
yeah,
When they ended up picking him up, I was like, man,
it's gonna be tough.
they watch out for them here in the next 3 or 4 years. They're going to win. They're going to win a national championship. He's too good of a coach, and they recruit too well. They have too many good athletes to not uh, compete for a national title. They'll be doing it soon. So LSU, they're doing big and bad things. Hopefully, Ohio State can keep up with what's going on with the rest of these SEC teams. But I digress. Let's get started with our NBA coverage. A lot has happened, man. A lot has gone on since we last spoke. NBA free agency kicked off. A lot of trades. Um, any of them stick out to you off the top of your head that
We gotta talk Bradley Beal trade, man.
Bradley
Phoenix
Bill?
Suns, man.
I think we spoke on that last time, but does the Phoenix Suns did they improve that much to where they can contend for a title next year?
I think they need a little more depth on the bench, but I think they can compete, man. I think they're a top team in the West for sure.
I think they're right there. I mean, they get their bench together. It's going to be tough to stop them three nuclear weapons, as Charles Barkley would call them. But they can do it all, man. They can handle the rock. They can facilitate. They all can shoot. It's going to be about their defense and how the rest of their bench holds up. I really liked the what was it? I really liked what the LA Lakers did during free agency. I think they solidified what they did last year. Keeping Reeves, keeping Achimura, signing some other player. They kept D'Angelo Russell. He had his little issues, but I think he's a solid point guard. They added a few extra pieces that's going to help their bench. They added what's his name, Hood Shafino. They drafted Hood Shafino. He's going to be good. They added Jackson Hayes from your New Orleans.
Yeah, from the Pels.
So I think they're going to be solid. It just all depends on.
Yeah. Christie been tearing it up in the summer league.
Yes, Max Christie. He looks good. They look. Lakers are going to be
legit.
They're going to be legit. Your Lakers, by the way.
Yes, sir.
They're going to be legit next year. Just, of course, as always, it depends on LeBron James' health, AD's health.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, I saw a video of him boxing the other day. AD, Stay away from the boxing thing, man. Just focus on hooping. I
Yeah,
understand
you
it's
might twist your
summertime.
ankle or something.
Hey, man, wrap that wrap that dude in bubble wrap, man. Do not have him doing anything extraneous. Go lay on the beach, have a nice Mai Tai, uh, whatever, man. Just don't do anything. Another team I like that I thought did really good in the trade that during the trade and free agency moves was Cleveland.
Yes.
Adding Max Struess fixes their small forward issue. I think that was and their Achilles heel kind of not having a small forward who can help
Yeah.
spell Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland when they don't have it going or they need a break. They have a guy that can shoot. He brings Miami Heat culture, toughness, defense. I think that move automatically propels them in the top four
Top four
in
in the
the
East.
Easy for me, automatic.
I can see it. He handles the rock too. He can
Yeah,
facilitate,
he can make plays.
make plays.
Yeah, I love that move from them. Porzingis went to Boston. They traded away Marcus Smart.
I didn't like that move.
I didn't like it either. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, Porzingis. He had a good solid year last year. Um, I just it's one of those things you gotta show. You gotta show me, man.
Yeah. He's been too inconsistent, hurt, not living up to the hype he had coming into the league. But on the other side for Marcus Smart, I think him going to Memphis is
A godsend for them.
man. That
It really
defense
is.
is going to be tough. The two last defensive players of the year with him and Jaren Jackson, so that defense is going to be tough. They picked up Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
He's not going to give you 20 and 10, but he's going to play the role, man, and hold it down till John Morant gets back.
mentor those young cats. Yeah, I like the Marcus Smart move. He's going to bring toughness, veteran leadership. No, look out for them. They're going to be good. And when John Morant gets back after his 25 games, they're going to be a problem to deal with if he has his head on straight.
Oh, yeah.
I did like. We got to get into it. But when it happened, I wasn't sure about the move, but the CP3 move to Golden State. CP3 to Golden State. I actually texted you.
Yeah.
You remember I texted and I was like, man, what's he gonna do? I was like, backup?
Yeah.
And that's the only role. Now he came out the other day and was, the media was asking him about, his role and stuff and about potentially coming off the bench. And he didn't particularly like it all too much, it seemed like. And to me, listen, man, you've done your thing.
Yeah.
You've been a solid point guard for the last 17, 18 years. It's probably just time, man.
But I think with Steve Kerr and that coaching staff, they always have had a good rotation. So I think
they've always had a veteran.
It's going to be seamless if
I agree.
He's going to be able to run the pick and roll.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be able to facilitate with the younger second
Absolutely.
unit.
That's what Draymond said. He said Kuminga's going to flourish with CP3.
Oh, definitely.
A lot of those young cats are going to flourish with them. So,
and they got rid of that.
They got rid of the headache.
Thorn,
I'll call him a headache. He was just a headache. He was a young headache. You know what I mean? That little brother that he likes to have things his way. You know what I mean? He's just a knucklehead. And so they got rid of him, brought in CP3, nice solid veteran who give you 15 to 20 minutes a game coming off the bench. And I think that's going to fix a lot of their issues because, I mean, they were a well-oiled machine when Steph, Clay, and Wiggins, and Draymond, and Looney, when they were on the floor, they had the best starting five in the league. Better than Denver? Better than Philly?
I think so.
Man, So you bring in CP3 to help with that bench. It's sky's the limit for them. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put them in the competing for the title, category yet, but I do like the move.
I like the move. I gotta see Klay Thompson if he's gonna be the old Klay Thompson. But back to Jordan Poole and what Washington's doing.
Who knows what nobody knows what they're
Pairing
ever
them up
doing.
with Kuzma, they got draft picks, so rebuild, man. I'm interested to see what Jordan Poole's gonna do there. And
He's gonna flourish. I think he's gonna average 25,
easy,
easy 25.
easy.
The ball's gonna be in his hands. It gives him the opportunity to be the man.
I think they should go ahead and move on and get Bobo's a free agent. I
Yeah.
think he'll be a good fit there. They should make some moves while there's still a few good free agents out there. You know.
Now another team that I love what they did. They added Fred Van Vliet.
Mm-hmm.
They added Dylan Brooks. The Houston Rockets. They have Ime Udoka. Man, I'm telling you, that is my surprise team for next year.
And I think Jabari Parker Jr. is going to get most improved player.
I mean, Jabari Smith. Jabari Smith. Yeah.
Most improved player because he's
been balling in summer league.
Balling out in summer league.
Yeah,
looks good, man.
Yeah, they're going to be the next. I guess you call it. I wouldn't put them in the Sacramento category the way Sacramento had their jump, but they're going to have a Oklahoma City type jump.
Facts.
The way the Oklahoma City did last year. With a solid coaching staff, solid veteran leadership, they got young guys all over the court. They're going to be learning from, Fred Van Vliet and Dylan Brooks, and Ime Udoka. He's going to have those boys in check, man.
Yes, sir.
You saw what he did when as soon as he got to Boston, he had Tatum and Brown in check. Anytime they messed up, timeout, get over here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I love what Houston is doing, and
yes, they're gonna
look out for them next year.
Definitely.
Yeah, look out for them next year. That leaves us to our next topic of discussion. That's Damian Lillard, man. Is it Miami or bust, man? Is it Miami? Is it Miami or nothing? That's all he said. He wants to go to, man. It's Miami. Is that the only option we got for him?
I think it's the best option. I don't think it's the only option. But I want to see it. I want to see him and Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. They're gonna be so tough. If that's just gonna be so tough, man. I hear people saying Boston. I don't like that.
I do. What is Philly just not on the table for? That's my thing. Is like, bro, why wouldn't you want to be teamed up with the big man? You know what I mean? What I mean?
Trade though, you gonna get?
See, they'd have to give up Maxey, and I think that's the problem. Is that we all know nobody Philadelphia. I wouldn't give up Maxey. I'm not giving up Maxey for Dame. I'm sorry.
You're looking at age right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dame's 32.
Maxey's what 22, 23, maybe.
Yeah, and he could potentially be the next
Dame. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, I think Philly should be on the table. James Harden. I'm not trading for James Harden. I like James Harden, but I'm not trading for him. I'm not giving you Dame Lillard for James Harden.
They should be shipping. They should be trying to ship James Harden out of there. Nick Nurse don't want him. Nick Nurse don't want him, man.
If I was James
I'm saying it.
I wouldn't want Nick Nurse because
hey,
all he did was ride Kawhi to.
Oh, come on. Come on. Listen, Nick Nurse got him a ring, okay, because of Kawhi Leonard. That's one thing James Harden can't say at all.
Facts.
He don't have a ring, so you should be trying to do everything in your power to get a ring, if that's important to you. That's kind of a debatable thing, but who knows, man? Nobody can figure out James Harden at this point.
I don't know, man. Dame, he might need to fall back from the Miami and just, the best trade would be for Portland. It wouldn't be for him,
Absolutely.
So it's like,
and that's the one thing everybody's got to come to the senses. This is a move that benefits Portland the most, and it should.
But okay, from how I see it is, you ship Dame Lillard to Miami for some picks. You get Tyler Hero,
Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson.
Give up Duncan Robinson.
I'm cool with that because you're rebuilding. So putting your young guys on the court with shooters, Scoot Henderson can dish and
Facilitate.
to knock down shooters. That's a plus. Like, I don't see him and Dame mixing together well anyway. So why not surround them with shooters? And
I think the problem with the Tyler Hero situation is Scoop's going to have the ball in his hands. Fact. They already have Anthony Simons. Where does Tyler Hero fit in? He's not a small forward. Are you going to bring Anthony Simons off the bench?
Turning them into a spot up shooter because.
So you're going to have the 3-guard lineup?
Yeah, why not? That's how a lot of teams are playing now. Like,
I can see that.
I think it'll work out. You re-sign Jeremy Grant, so he could play the 4 or the 5 sometimes, depending on the lineups that they're facing defensively. I think that's a good look, man. I think Portland's trying to get a little too much out the deal.
Listen,
maybe if you could squeeze another draft pick out of it.
I'm gonna call Portland out right now. I'm calling Portland out right now. Listen here, guys. The minute they drafted Scoot Henderson at the number 3 pick is the minute Dame Lillard was out of there. There's no way they was going to keep both. No way. You're not going to keep both. You're not going to draft a point guard and then have another point guard. No, in the same backcourt. It's just not going to happen. It's not. I think this whole talk that they never play. Baloney. The minute they drafted Scoot Henderson,
they knew it.
They knew they were moving on. Dame didn't have to request a thing. Fact. They knew they were moving on from Dame. So to sit here, and I think that's also the issue, is these teams knew that. Miami knows that. They're like, oh, you drafted his replacement. So you knew you were moving on prior to this. Because if they wanted to find some help from Dame, you move that number 3 pick to a team. Yeah. You move that number 3 pick for Jaylen Brown.
Definitely.
You move that number 3 pick for, I don't know, who else is it? Who's a bona fide superstar out there that you could move a number 3 pick for?
Got Bradley Beal if they
there you go. Bradley Beal.
But I don't know. I think them trying to get more than they deserve for, I love Damian Lillard, but you're a rebuilding team. Why are you looking for a superstar? You looking for what? Like,
he's 30. You got to remember, he's 32. He's had back-to-back seasons where he's been injured. He's missed about 80, 90 something games. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to get exactly what you want.
So that's why I think they should go ahead and take the shooters Miami are offering, a couple draft picks. Maybe if you get another team involved and get a little better deal, but I'd take that, you know what I mean? And maybe Miami cover most of the Damian Lillard
salary.
Yeah,
I think that's the other issue too. Is
well,
he's supposed to be getting paid like 60 something. I think next year, bro, these dudes are getting paid, man. I think I saw something today where Jaylen Brown, if he signs his Supermax, he'll get 35 this year, and it just keeps going up. It goes up like 10 every year after that.
So you think he should?
I would. A 20, what? He's 26? 26, 27? All NBA? Like, who are you going to get that's better?
If someone offers him a better deal, does he go?
They're not going to be able to offer him better. No other team can offer him.
They can't match it.
They can't offer. They literally cannot offer him anything more than that.
Well, you got to.
This is the only team he can sign that kind of deal with.
You got to resign.
Yeah, you can't get rid of him. There's no way you could get rid of him. Speaking of Scoot Henderson, let's get to these NBA draft. Victor Wembeyama went number 1. The Thompson twins went back-to-back, first twins to go back-to-back in NBA history. Scoot went number 3. Who went number 2? Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller. What are your thoughts? What did you think?
Uh,
What you've seen from summer league so far?
Summer league's been awesome. It's been exciting. I've been trying to keep up with it.
And did you see Victor?
I seen the first game where he
looked like he was a little bit. He looked out of gas. It looked
I'm-
like he's kind of
I'm not.
lost a little bit.
I'm still haven't bought in, man.
You're not bought into the.
No.
Whoa.
I think he's gonna need a.
Wembeyama.
I think he's gonna.
I'm on board, bro.
He's gonna need a good facilitator, because
For sure.
I don't think he can. I don't think he could straight up take people from the wing to the hole like he wants. You don't. I don't see.
No.
Like his lateral movements look.
It's little, it is a little suspect. I did notice. I did pick up on that, but he's got that length. He can make up for it.
It's mechanical. There was talks that he was winded. Like,
yeah. Did you see him the second game?
I seen him the second game, but
what do you think?
It was coaching. It wasn't him doing anything spectacular. They put him in spots.
Perfect. What do you think Greg Pop's going to do? Put him in spots.
Talking against summer league players.
I understand. Listen, it is going to be a totally. Listen, I see why they shut him down. They're like, let's shut him down. Yeah. Give this boy some rest. Let him recoup mentally, physically. Obviously it looks like it's taking its toll on him. Man. Just give it time.
I will.
Give it time.
As of right now,
give it time.
I'm not sold.
As far as the best prospects is since LeBron James, you'll give him that. Is he better? Absolutely not. Because LeBron James came in instantly dominating.
Facts.
This kid's going to take some time.
Now defensively,
defensively he's going to impact the game. I think that's where he's going to make his bread and butter for the first year or two till he figures out the scoring. The scoring is going to be easier in the NBA. It just is. It's going to be easier than it was over in Europe and stuff like that. So he'll get better looks. The game will be a little bit more physical, but not as physical because you know how they do in the NBA regular season. Huh? It's gonna be faster. And that's where he's got to get his cardio up because he looked winded that first game. The second game, he was moving a little bit better. Is how I'll put it. But it's gonna take some time. Just relax. I'm gonna go see him without question. I can't wait to see him play.
I'm definitely interested in seeing what.
Absolutely. But bobblehead night. I'm gonna go get me a Wembeyama bobblehead as soon as he comes out. We already got the David Robinson sitting here.
I gotta see more, man. I'm not impressed. Not even a little.
It's fine.
Impressed. He's 6'3", 7'3". Not impressed, bro.
Yeah, it's fine. Most 7'3s don't look the way he looked though. So it can't. I mean, we'll see.
He look like Bo, man. Like
Bo
is just lazy. Like,
is that what it is?
Yeah, I've heard that. That's why he's lazy, bro, and that's why
That's a bummer. Yeah. He's got a lot of potential.
I think the right team could probably get it out of him, but
send him on down to Houston. Ime Udoka would get him right.
Right coach.
He just needs a right coach.
Facts.
Honestly.
So
being in Orlando, you're not gonna get it. And in Denver, or was it? I don't know when he was with Denver, but Denver's trying to win championships. Yeah. So you're kind of a lose-lose situation. He just needs to get into the right coach. Oh, send him to Detroit.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Detroit, Monty Williams.
Where he's getting some playing time. Like I didn't understand why I'd be starting him. Like that's just my personal opinion. If I'm not winning games and got a solid team, I'm starting them. Like people's gonna pay to see. Yeah. Freak show basically. You know, same thing.
Man, all these NBA players are freaks now, man.
Yeah.
Shoot. So speaking of freak, I want to give it to this Scoot Henderson. Now I watched him the one game. I think did he play the one game?
Mm-hmm.
He played the one game. He got hurt. Man, he looks good.
He looks real
good. He's NBA ready. Yesterday.
Problem. Yeah.
He's going to be a problem in the league.
He's been training with Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's just his mindset. No, his dad. He's had him in the gym. His whole family's been on board with this. I think he has like 4 other sisters. They all hoop too. Yeah, he's ready. He's every bit as ready.
I think we know he's gonna do offensively if he can do half of that on the defensive end, because he's built like a
built like a linebacker, bro.
Yeah, so Defensively, if he's half as good in defense as he is on offense,
He's got to work on the shooting, of course. But
yeah.
most young players, they don't come into the NBA.
I think with that, man, it's this new age of basketball where we want to see 3-point shots.
Mm-hmm.
His mid range looked good.
Yeah, no, his mid range
So
looks good.
I'm
Yeah,
take those shots.
yeah.
Stop. We don't. I don't need 8 threes from you a game. Take your open looks. Get the mid range shot. I'm just interested in seeing the NBA get back to.
It's going. We'll see, man. I think the way Denver played last year kind of showed a lot of these teams that, hey, listen, you're not going to always hit your threes at
Facts.
every game. So what's another way to win a game? Getting into the paint, getting into that mid range. I think teams are going to get back to the way basketball used to be, the way we grew up watching basketball. The art of the mid range is going to come back.
What do you think about Brandon Miller?
It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time.
Charlotte, get your shit together, man. Like, I know it was summer league, but it looked like a shit show. Like everybody's like,
yeah, it just looked like a bunch of AAU. It looked like AAU basketball.
Everybody's out there jockeying for position. Same thing I saw in San Antonio for a little while. You're jockeying for position. Like 9 times out, like you're not gonna make the league. You're in the summer league. Like just wide open shots. They're not passing. It just looks a lot of selfish.
They're
play.
A mess, bro.
It's a lot of selfish play, and it's taken away from the talent that we actually tuned in to see. It's like
you wanted to see more Brandon Miller, broke jumpers.
Facts. Like and the referee, and he had 8 fouls one game, 7 fouls.
It's fine. Game. Hey man, listen, get it while you can. Listen, that's where you learn.
Facts.
This is where you learn. This is where you pick up the speed of the game, the physicality of the game. This is where you're gonna figure it out. Right here, because when you get into when the lights come on in that arena, come regular season time, that's when it's really real. That's when it's really real.
Because I'm dialed in to see what they're about too. Because you have LaMelo Ball. Hopefully he stays healthy. Miles Bridges is back there, so Charlotte Hornets, if they could get it together, I think they might need a coaching change there too.
No.
It's a flop.
You
don't believe it.
Get them out of there. Get them out of here. We're not talking about.
I think
Charlotte
they got solid players, and I think they're going to be a better team than they were last year. Let me say that.
No, LaMelo Ball is okay. Miles Bridges is so.
They just paid LaMelo Ball $260 million.
DJ Washington's probably their best player. And then LaMelo Ball just got paid, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Jordan's out of there, so maybe things will improve a little. Maybe. Speaking of, we got the Thompson twins. Man, I think they're my favorite players in the draft.
I think they're
easily.
Yeah,
I like both of their games.
Both of them, and
both of them are good.
Houston.
They got the better one.
another
man, they're
shining star they have.
I forgot to mention him when we were talking about Houston. Man, they're going to be good. They're 6'7", bro, and they move like that.
And I think,
man,
it's going to be it's good competition. Like Jalen Green, we see what he's been doing, but he's a little childish, man. These young guys coming in with a more serious focus than, to me, they came in with. So I think they got to get it together or get shipped out.
Yep. Yeah, because they already drafted his replacement. So I like where Houston's going. I like the Thompson boys. It sucks the other Thompson went to Detroit, but they got a good coach and stuff. So they're gonna develop.
Hopefully
they're gonna be all right. Monty Williams is the right coach for them. I think I believe that wholeheartedly. He shouldn't have got fired from Phoenix. He got a raw deal out of that. That was just an owner move. Owner's trying to win championships yesterday.
Facts.
So that's what that move was. But there was one other draft pick that I liked.
What's that?
Jordan Hawkins went to your New Orleans Pelicans, man. I love
I was
love
surprised
that
he
move.
was still available, man.
Where'd you guys draft?
I want to say 14
Okay.
something, maybe.
Yeah, I was
17.
surprised he fell that far, man. He's gonna be
You
NBA ready,
you talking
bro.
about last year NCAA champion who shot the
lights
roof
out.
off the place, man.
Man. He's
So
good.
we're gonna just insert him in the lineup.
He's gonna be starting. He ain't gonna be starting.
I thought he would start. He might, maybe some nights.
Who's a point guard for you? Oh, is it Alvarado?
McCollum.
He's the point guard.
McCollum is a starting guard.
Is he the point guard?
Yes.
Who's the point guard for? Is CJ McCollum?
CJ McCollum.
Who's the shooting guard?
Shooting guard. They've been going. It's been Brandon Ingram and the Jones kid, the defense.
Oh, Herb Jones.
Herb Jones.
Okay, so they CJ McCollum, Herb Jones,
Zion Williamson,
Valanciunas, and then Brandon Ingram. Okay, that's the starting five.
That's tough.
And then you have Jordan Hawkins come in, bring. All right, and Alvarado,
Daniel Dyson. Yeah, the other kid, the shooter.
New Orleans is on right now.
Yeah, they're pretty deep. I think the Pelicans are gonna top 16.
You saw what Zion said. Do you see what Zion said?
If Zion's healthy, they're gonna be top 2-3 teams.
Is Zion gonna be healthy? Is Zion gonna stay off of the cheeseburgers or whatever he's on?
Stay off the
hey, listen, man.
Instagram models.
He said he's on the band workouts that LeBron James be doing. So
okay.
Hey, listen, man. If you can take something from LeBron James, then take it from LeBron James. Okay, he is the epitome of athleticism, or not epitome. That's the wrong word. The definition of professionalism when it comes to taking care of his body.
I'm last year they ran the ads, the Father Time ads. Like
it's time. It is time. It is time. It's time. Like, I think he's going to give one more year in LA. They're already projecting Bronny to go to Atlanta. He's out. Listen, wherever Bronny goes, he's out. Man. He's gonna go hightail it, go play with his son, live that dream.
As a Laker fan, I'm kind of excited for it. You know what I mean? I'm ready to see.
Oh, well, talk about. I've been thinking, man. It's been a very big question for me. LeBron James leaves. Uh-huh. What happens to the Lakers, man? What happens to the Lakers when? Because you got to think about it for a second. They had Shaq. They had Kobe. They went into a little bit of a purgatory a little bit after Kobe, but then they immediately got LeBron James. What happens when LeBron James leaves, man?
For me, I say you trade Anthony Davis and get you some young assets and start rebuilding.
Oh.
Or if not,
it could be a rough rebuild, man. It's going to. They drafted Shafino.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be a tough rebuild because
are any superstars gonna be willing to go into that environment, that culture, and lead Lakers? Because the Lakers' standard is championships, banners.
So we just gotta see how they look without LeBron. To me, they played good without LeBron for that stretch towards the end of the season before he came back, and. That's witty.
Austin Reeves is going to be the new face of the LA Lakers. Austin Reeves, I like that.
Why not? Why not?
Hey, they better be glad they signed him back because if they would have lost him.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have liked it. I wouldn't have liked it that. I think that's it for basketball talk.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into some UFC talk. I've been waiting for this moment forever. UFC 290 went down this past weekend, and I tuned in to literally every single fight. Every single fight I watched. That was by far the best card I have seen. I can't remember a card that was that good. Yeah. I really can't. I honestly can't. I can't think of a card that was just so action-packed. Finishes. They have 4 finishes. They have 4 finishes within 38 seconds. First time in UFC history that's ever happened. By far the best card that I've seen in a very long time. Let's start with Alexander Volkanovski. What's next for Alexander Volkanovski? After dismantling, as I accurately predicted, he was going to dismantle. Listen, when he fought Makachev and he took Makachev to 5 rounds, if there was any thought that anybody at 145 was going to do anything with Volkanovski, no, it was not going to happen. Nobody was going to touch Volkanovski, and he showed that against a very dangerous striker in Yair Rodriguez. Absolutely took him apart. He even entertained standing up with him for a minute. You can see if he wanted to take him down, he could have easily taken him down. But he entertained, standing up, trading with him. He even took a little shot to the dome, laughed it off, and said, "You know what? Let me go ahead and finish this." Inside, I think it was 2 rounds or 3 rounds. It didn't matter. Easily finished Yair as I accurately predicted. Now, as far as what's next for him, Ilia Topuria, he is sitting right there. He wants him. Volkanovski wants him. I don't think the result is going to be any different. Honestly, I think Volkanovski just needs to go ahead, move up to 155, get that rematch with Makachev, which I think he actually beats Makachev at the end of the day, and number one pound for pound fighter just reigns over whatever he wants to. Shoot, maybe he go up to 170 and take the title from Leon or something. Like who knows, man. The guy is just, he's the best fighter. I think if you're a UFC fan, you are watching, in my opinion, the best fighter we have ever seen as far as overall skill. Overall, just being not objective about it, he is by far the best fighter we have seen since probably John Jones. John Jones is still up there as one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
But Volkanovski, the best fighter
in all weight class
by far, bro. He can fight in any weight class.
Okay.
I've never seen anybody. He just doesn't get tired. He doesn't get tired. You'll get tired before he will, and he just keeps coming, dude. It's amazing to see the amount of strength. He just bullies the 145ers, bullies them. He just throws them around. The only time he actually maybe could have potentially lost was against Brian Ortega. He got caught in an arm triangle, and he got caught in I think it was a guillotine, which was tight. Got out of it and proceeded to whoop Brian Ortega's you know what. So, yeah, he does what he wants at this point. What's the next? What was the next fight after that? Pantoja against Moreno. Now, I initially had Pantoja winning this fight, and I was accurately, I was right again. I mean, I can't sit here and say I was disappointed in the result. I was right, but at the same time, just from what I saw, I felt that the judges were I felt like the judges were duped into seeing more actual damage on Moreno's face because he was cut up, he's bruised up, which is what they pretty much judge based off of. Is the number one criteria is damage. And so by that definition, they saw Moreno and they thought, oh, Pantoja inflicted more damage. So therefore, he must have been the more dominant fighter. He must have been the one controlling the outcome of the fight, which to me was absolutely the wrong thing because what I saw, what I was watching, was anytime Moreno threw that jab, and he's popping Pantoja with that jab all night. Every time he threw it, it landed. Just popping them. Those points add up. In boxing, it's totally different.
Yeah, we talking about different sports.
Yeah, you know what I mean? In boxing, they're seeing that. They're like, oh, yeah, there's a point. There's a point. There's a point. There's a point. Just landing his jab all day. And I felt like at the end of the night, Moreno had done enough to win, to retain his title, and the judges didn't see it that way. Hopefully, he gets a rematch, but he's 0-3 against the guy. I don't know. It gets to a certain point where you're 0 so many against opponent is kind of probably like you're probably just not going to beat him. But there is that little bit of doubt that you can say that Moreno probably could have won that fight. So I can see them running that back. And I honestly think it would be a different outcome, honestly. But Teddy Atlas does say when a man becomes a champion, he instantly becomes 10% better.
Okay.
That's what Teddy Atlas says. And I believe it. I saw it with Leon Edwards. He looked a lot better against Kamaru Usman after he knocked him out with the headshot. So,
indeed,
I'd be cautious with just sitting here saying Moreno's going to win the next one. Duplessis. Can we get to Duplessis? Please, listen here. There is no way I was picking against Robert Whittaker in that fight. Under no circumstances. None. And for Duplessis to go out there and not only beat Whittaker, but downright dominate Whittaker was not only impressive, well, not only surprising, but absolutely impressive. I could not believe Duplessis did that to Whittaker, who is, by all accounts, the second best middleweight of all time behind Izzy. I mean, he's the only person that he's really lost to in the last 10 years is Izzy, the champion right now. So there was no reason to believe that Duplessis, who is a very awkward fighter, very awkward style, he's huffing and puffing. If you watch any of his last fights, you would never think a guy like that is a top flight middleweight contender in the world and could actually take down some would call probably the second best middleweight of all time.
Yeah.
And he did it without even breaking a sweat, man. He got him down in the first round and bullied him. He just looked like the bigger fighter. He looked like he knew what his plan was. He didn't look too fazed by anything Robert Whittaker was throwing at him. He just looked like he was well prepared. And that sets up a very intriguing matchup. Now, by no stretch of the imagination, am I going to sit here and pick Duplessis over Stylebender? No way. But there's always a chance.
Yeah.
There's always that element of anything can happen, especially in
UFC.
And UFC.
I'll take anything, that bet, though.
Huh?
I'll take that bet.
I'm not picking Duplessis. No, because not only is he fighting the best middleweight probably of all time, but he added a little fuel to the fire with the talks of the comment of he's not a real African. Now, I'm not from Africa, but my descendants are from Africa. So I can't relate to the feeling that Izzy must have felt when somebody from Duplessis' camp, who's from South Africa, of Caucasian Caucasian position, and they suggest that you're not as African. You're not that African. That they're more African than he is because he resides in Africa. He trains at Africa and stuff. And I would not sit here condone what Izzy did when he got in the octagon and confronted him. He started spouting off and stuff. I hate that. I wish UFC, please stop doing that.
Yeah.
Please stop bringing the MMA fighter into the octagon to do a face off with the guy who just won. It's his moment.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. It's just tacky. It's corny. You're not WWE. You're not. This is not WWE, man. Like, you already know it's not going to go well. The last 2 times they've done it, it hasn't gone well. So stop doing it.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. It's a bad look. I honestly hate it. Honestly, let the man who won have his moment. You guys can do all the build up and all that stuff on your own. You don't need to have that moment to do it.
Yeah, you definitely don't have to sell that fight.
Yeah. So I mean, they're talking New Zealand, which is I think 9 weeks away. I don't think it's gonna happen. So I mean, they'll probably wait to do that at the end of the year. But yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. I think. I mean, because Duplessis, he has a knack for making things happen where you don't think it's gonna happen. And if he gets Izzy on the ground, I mean, he might be able to do some work there. But Izzy's tough, man. He just he's prepared for everything, and he's gonna have a few tricks up his sleeve for Duplessis when it comes time.
I'm sure.
Let's get to this Bo Nickel thing. Now he beat his opponent 38 seconds. Guy who just got called up on short notice. So don't put too much stock into the result. Just look at the improvement the man made since the last time you saw. He looks infinitely better. Daniel Cormier called him a blue chipper, and now I actually officially see it.
Yeah,
I officially see what he was talking about because the guy's ground game is impeccable. But what he did in the stand-up was very impressive. And he's a scary prospect, I think. He's on board. He's up there with Cosmat. I'm gonna put him up there with Cosmat. We haven't seen Cosmat in a year, so it's easy to forget how good Cosmat is. But I would love to see that fight personally. Bo Nickel against Cosmat. Make it happen, UFC. Please make that fight happen because that's the most even matchup you can have at this point. I think Bo Nickel's ready. I think he's the real deal, and I think he's top 10 right now in the middleweight division. Easy. Just we don't need to see him against any of these lesser opponents. He's just going to steamroll those guys. Let's get him up here against the top 15 and see what he can do. Which I don't even know what the top 15 is now at this point. But anyway, that's I like the way Bo Nickel looked. Last but certainly not least, Robbie Lawler retires, and no better way for a MMA fighter to go out than to get a walk-off knockout for your final fight. And 38 seconds nonetheless. Another 38-second finish. Walk-off knockout, your final fight. He looked a little emotional coming in, which was very odd to see because he shows no emotion. Every time I've seen him fight, he shows no emotion going into the octagon. I've seen him show emotion in the fight, but never walking into the fight. And he got all the flowers he deserved, man. All the flowers he deserved. He had the best fight I've personally ever seen. Now, it is easily the best fight I have ever seen between him and Rory McDonald. If you ever get a chance, go watch the fight between Robbie Lawler and Rory McDonald. I think it was Lawler McDonald too.
Okay.
By far, the best fight you will ever watch. By far. Go watch it. It's probably on YouTube. I'm telling you right now. Go watch that fight when you get a chance because man, that fight I remember that fight like it was yesterday, man. That was a great fight. And he always puts on fights just like that. So he deserved everything he got on Saturday night with the video montage of his career. He came over from I think he was the last of the Pride and I forget the other organization that they ended up merging with. But he was the last of a dying breed and salute you, man. That was a very good career and I'm gonna miss watching his fights. He was a great fighter. So I think that's it, man. Is there anything else?
I think that's it, man.
I think that's it too.
Good episode.
Hey, I want to say thank you to our producer Brad. He helped put this YouTube look together. It looks fantastic. We're definitely going to be doing more of this, so look out for our next episode and on Apple Podcasts, soon to be Spotify, and now officially our YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
There's nothing else. Hey, you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.